The spotlight effect. There's a quiet pressure many people carry, without ever naming it. The feeling that you're being watched, judged, evaluated, that every mistake is visible, that every flaw is obvious, that everyone notices what you wish they wouldn't. This is the spotlight effect, the psychological tendency to overestimate how much others notice, remember, and care about our actions, appearance, and mistakes. 1. When attention feels constant. The spotlight effect begins with a simple illusion. I'm a focus, a mispronounced word, an awkward pause, a stain on your shirt, a message you regret sending. In your mind, it feels amplified, but what feels like a spotlight is often just self-awareness turned inward. 2. Why the mind assumes observation. The brain experiences life from a single point of view. Your thoughts are loud. Your emotions are immediate. Your actions are unavoidable. So the mind makes a false assumption. What is vivid to me must be vivid to others. But others are not watching you. They're watching themselves. 3. Self-consciousness as the trigger. The spotlight effect intensifies when self-consciousness is high. New environments, social evaluation, uncertainty, performance. When identity feels exposed, the mind scans for judgment, and silence becomes suspicious. 4. The illusion of shared attention. Psychologists describe the spotlight effect as a failure of perspective. You forget a simple truth. Everyone is the center of their own experience. They replay their own mistakes, worry about their own appearance, monitor their own behavior. Your embarrassment rarely enters their awareness. 5. How the spotlight effect shapes behavior. This bias quietly limits behavior. People speak less, express less, risk less. They avoid opportunities, not because they lack ability, but because they fear visibility. The spotlight effect turns imagined judgment into real restraint. 6. The link to anxiety and perfectionism. For many, the spotlight effect feeds anxiety. If I notice this, I'll be exposed. If I get this wrong, I'll be remembered for it. If I stand out, I'll be rejected. Perfection becomes armor. But armor is heavy, and it separates as much as it protects. 7. Social media and permanent visibility. Modern life amplifies the spotlight effect. Photos, posts, metrics, reactions. Visibility feels constant. Mistakes feel permanent. The mind confuses recorded moments with lasting attention, but attention online is fleeting. Judgment moves on faster than we do. 8. The cost of imagined judgment. Living under a perceived spotlight is exhausting. The nervous system stays alert. The self becomes guarded. Authenticity narrows. You manage impressions instead of expressing truth. And slowly, the performance replaces the person. 9. Interrupting the illusion. The spotlight effect weakens. When perspective returns, ask, how much do I remember about others' mistakes? How quickly do I move on? What would I tell someone else in this position? Compassion toward others often reveals how little scrutiny actually exists. 10. Responsibility beyond visibility. The spotlight effect reveals a quiet truth. The mind exaggerates observation and underestimates indifference. But responsibility is not about being seen. It is about being real. This is Ethiax, where psychology meets responsibility, and responsibility begins when imagined judgment no longer dictates who you allow yourself to be.